It's your boy Sincere.
It's your boy Freak.
Sincerely Freak Productions.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to us on Facebook. Instead of watching on Facebook, just Google R.I.P on Facebook. Sincerely Freak Entertainment, all one word, at gmail.com. Keep your questions coming. Yeah, right now, we're gonna kind of flip it a little bit. Over the weekend, I should say, better yet, in the last 2 days, Monday night, Tuesday, for all of us wrestling fans, that great sports entertainment or whatever, we lost a really great wrestler over the weekend. Most of you can be like, oh man, wrestling's fake, but us that have been around and watched it for 3 decades now, the Ultimate Warrior was like one of the greatest. And it's so sad to see him go, just a couple of days after he was inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. And, made his last appearance on, television appearance on Raw out of 20 years. And, it really is sad. Some of us, we've said, he didn't look right that weekend, but, our condolences go out to the family and everything. And also one thing I do want to address, and I know he knows I'm going to say this one. As far as being a fan, I have always been a fan. I've slacked off a little bit, but this one is one that really irks my nerves from this weekend. Is
the streak.
Yes. The Undertaker going 21-1. I find that a lot of bullshit. Everybody can say, yeah, Brock did this. Yeah, Brock gave it to him. But Undertaker did come back, though. And for that to happen and him to go out like that, it really kind of, hits me hard in a way, man. That right there was like a big wrestling icon to me growing up. Besides Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Papa Shango and all them, the Warriors and Hawk and Animal and everybody, the Ultimate Legion of Doom, the Heart, what was it?
Junkyard Dog.
Yes, Junkyard Dog. A whole
Iron
slew.
Sheik.
Yes, a whole slew. I feel kind of blessed. I do, because they're able to see 3 decades worth of wrestling, and some iconic icons. But that streak in particular is one that really irks my nerves to this day right now.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna touch on both of what he said. Within the Ultimate Warrior, I still remember the first time the Ultimate Warrior had even hit the scene. A lot of people don't know that when he first came out, he was known as Sting, and it was known as the Blade Brothers. He was still known as Warrior. Sting was known by another name. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but anyway, I remember that. I remember when he first came into WWE, and I was like a huge Ultimate Warrior fan. I remember pretty much every single match that he had, from when he won the Intercontinental title to when he fought Hogan, or Hulk Hogan, if you will, and was holding both the Intercontinental title, and he was holding the heavyweight title, and he had to relinquish the Intercontinental title because he couldn't hold both belts. He couldn't defend both at the time. Yeah. Right. I remember when he went up against Papa Shango. I remember when he went up against Undertaker, and he was working with Jake Snake Roberts, and to try to I remember all that. I'm a huge fan.
I grew up shredding up a shirt, acting like I
did all that. So it really did sadden me. We sat up and we watched the Hall of Fame. We watched him get inducted. Sidebar real quick, that Hall of Fame was a bunch of crap too, because everybody was on stage and said a whole bunch of nothing. But nonetheless, moving forward to the streak.
Sting real name was Stephen Broden.
Yeah, and then I'm saying what his name was. I know his real name is Steve Borden.
When he first started
his career with the Ultimate Warrior, they were known as the Blade Runners. When you find that out, let me know too.
Okay.
But when it comes down to the streak, since the Undertaker came into the scene, that was the only thing that people was looking forward to when it came down to WrestleMania. That was it. let's just be honest with you. Travesty to see that streak get broken. But I can tell you like this, within that streak being broken, not only have you guys lost a lot of fans for that, but you guys have lost a lot of people that's going to be subscribing to pay-per-views. You think your pay-per-view volume has already went down. That's the reason why you're giving it to people with the WWE Network right now. You haven't seen nothing. You have not seen nothing to happen because of the fact that even if The Undertaker can't come back next year to WrestleMania or whatever the case may be, it's not going to be the same because the streak is already broken. So, I mean, it is what it is. At this point in time, you guys might as well go ahead and let the man retire and go ahead and induct him into the Hall of Fame. I'm 36 years old. I ain't afraid to say my age. So, for 21 years, I've actually watched this man perform. I've actually watched this man do what he do. And to see it end like that, that was
time he came out during WrestleMania at the Superdome back in Michigan.
That was horrible.
Well, I understand as a fan. Look at Jordan. He ended out with Washington. We didn't want to see him go out like that.
Yeah, I mean, true. You know what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying? We have a lot of greats that ended out. Look at Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He went to Kansas City. Didn't want to see him end up like that.
See,
Tony Dorsett came to Arizona. Didn't want. I'm not Tony Dorsett. I mean, Emmett Smith came out here.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. The reason why these pro athletes, I'm not saying that wrestlers are not pro athletes because they are. But the reason why these pro athletes jumped ship or had left is because when their contract was up, they didn't want to get paid. The owners wasn't wanting to pay these guys what they were worth. You know what I mean? Emmitt Smith was worth, still at that time when he came to Arizona, he was worth millions. Jerry Rice was worth millions. But they wanted to put their hands into other stars at that point in time. There is nobody in the WWE right now. There is absolutely no human being in the WWE at this point in time that could ever do that streak again. Because now you're talking about bringing someone in to do it, and they have to go another 21 years. So now to beat his streak, they got to go 22 years. Yep. To be honest with you, WWE, I don't see it being around that much longer. It's not going to be around another 22 years.
Like the USFL.
Pretty much. Yep. It's not going to last that long. And with the storylines that they are running, it's been done. You're doing the Triple H, the authority thing. This is the same thing when Vince set up the corporation. All you're doing is you're trying to put a new spin on what has already been done. It's not working.
That's like trying to make another Cosby Show.
Exactly. It's not working. People can see directly through it. We can already, if you are a diehard fan like myself, you know you can see exactly through what's happening. This is what you're doing right now. What they're doing right now is pretty much going back into the Attitude Era. You cannot repeat history.